Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Is Emmerdale's Robert heading back to prison after shock-wrench attack? Emmerdale's Robert Sugden could be in for another spell in prison after his feud with his brother John resulted in a vicious attack. In tonight's hour-long episode, John told Ross Barton that Robert was behind the farm break-in. Meanwhile, at the shop, Robert was surprised to learn that John had saved Kane's life, after previously discovering that John had also saved Chas and Jacob. At the wool pack, Robert provoked John in front of Mac and Victoria, calling the paramedic a local hero. While Vic wished for the two brothers to have a truce, the situation escalated when Ross called out Robert for putting them in danger with the break-in. Cornered by Maura, Robert admitted he'd stolen Mac and Ross's weed to resell it, getting involved with dangerous people. However, he was adamant it was a one-off and he wasn't involved in the break-in. "You're still a coward, aren't you?" Aaron told Robert, shifting all the blame. "I never meant for anyone to get hurt," Robert insisted, as Mac, Maura, Aaron, and Victoria all shared their disappointment in him. It all just spiraled. "You gotta believe me." Soon enough, everyone at the pub was piling on Robert. Aaron was particularly upset and suggested that Robert should leave the village. "You know me better than anyone," Robert told his ex. "You don't really know who he is," he added, gesturing at John and insisting his brother was manipulating everyone with his hero facade. Which, as fans know, is true. "How come you're always there just at the right time? It's not a happy coincidence, is it?" Robert asked John, but Mac interrupted his rant, suggesting he was just jealous. John intervened, saying, "He's not well, so let's all just back off." The paramedic continued his act, telling Robert he needed professional help. At home, Victoria also suggested that Robert should leave the village for a fresh start. Though he replied he wasn't going anywhere, Robert then took Vic's advice to go for a walk to clear his head. While out, he bumped into John, who was doing some repairs on his van. John resumed his gaslighting, telling Robert he was imagining things due to his paranoia. For his part, Robert warned John that he'd expose him sooner or later. The face-off soon turned physical when John attacked Robert, jumping him and restraining him in a chokehold. "You need to be careful who you cross around here," John told Robert. "Don't want to end up back in prison, begging for your life, do you?" John added, before leaving his brother gasping for air on all fours. Enraged, Robert reached for a wrench and hit John on the head. Aaron found John on the floor, while Robert fled the scene. At the hospital, Vic spoke with a police officer, though she failed to mention that Robert had been at the scene, despite Aaron insisting for her to do so. She called Robert and urged him to hand himself in. Robert listened to the message but drove away anyway. Will he return to face the music?